Check this out. I know he's becoming a special guest star. He's a reoccurring role here on my channel. Email Brink. Email Brink has done it again. I looked at this comment here. I made the video, and it's kind of a common theme now where I talk about Asian men and kind of the blessing / curse that they have. They're less likely to lose their hair as far as male pattern baldness early in life, but they are more likely to have diffuse thinning, and at the same time there's more pressure in their society for them not to lose their hair. So it's just an interesting thing, complex situation. I made a video called Q&A, Asian men get diffuse thinning, not male pattern baldness. Our good friend Emil Brink, he had this to say. Get ready for this. I hope that your brain, we need an open mind because we got to put more stuff in there. I like this. Email Brink, quote, I have an addition to your theories, but this one is actually confirmed. There is a link between skin disease and hair loss, probably due to the fact that a high oil production means worse skin, but also more DHT transferred to the scalp, end quote. Now, I can't speak on the science of what he just said, but I can speak on the personal testimony of what he just said. Now, here's what I want you to imagine, okay? Because this is all coming together. This is the M. Night Shyamalan twist at the end of the movie. Yeah, I guess they do make sense at the end if you look back at the clues. Okay, here we go. Consider this. Now, I am pushing 37 years old and I have pretty clear skin now, but it wasn't that way. It wasn't until 5 years ago that I became a vegan and my skin cleared up. I had acne from the time I was 13 until the time I was, 31 or whatever it was, however old I was. All those years, for nearly 2 decades, I always had acne, even into my adulthood. Not bad, just moderate all the time. And I thought, man, once I reached my 20s, I shouldn't still be having zits, but I did. With that being said, I also had dyshidrosis. Look it up, eczema, dyshidrosis eczema. It's where you get these blisters. It can be anywhere, it can be on your neck or whatever, but for me it was on my hands. And these blisters, they itch really bad, they ooze, it's disgusting, and they can cause your hand to even be swollen and be in pain. I suffered with that for several years. Now imagine though, I become a vegan just to test a theory out. Would this help my situation? Because I was desperate. And my acne cleared up, my skin cleared up, my pet allergies cleared up, the constant air pressure I had in one side of my nose at one time. Imagine if your whole life you just couldn't breathe out of one side and there was like pressure. Then you lay down and then it's like it falls to the other side. And then you have to do that. Like, that was my life for 2 decades. That went away in a weekend. Like, this red plasma stuff started falling out of my head for like 2 days straight. Okay, so since then I haven't had that problem. I haven't been allergic to, now I can pet a cat or a dog, rub my face, and I'm fine. Before, I'd be itching, I'd have a sore throat, I'd have a headache the rest of the day. All that went away. And my eczema's gone. And as far as me regularly having acne, every once in a while something might pop up, but as far as like, all that's gone. So for me, having a personal testimony, knowing what becoming a vegan has done for me, and really how I can't survive without it. If I were to start eating meat, eggs, and dairy, all my health problems would come back. And I know that. So as I'm reading this comment, this really struck me. Man, I don't even need to hear the science behind it. It makes sense that people like me who are more prone to have skin diseases or skin conditions are going to be more likely to have hair issues. Skin and hair are related. No one has to tell me the science behind that. So going back to me being a vegan, it really makes me wonder though. We all know the story. My 30th birthday, I looked in the mirror, I saw the Norwood progression towards 3. But more importantly, I saw the thinning occurring on my 30th birthday. And now I'm almost 37. But most of the years in between 30 and almost 37, most of that, I've been a vegan. I was around age 31 when I became a vegan. So I have to think that there's a decent chance that me being a vegan has slowed down, possibly even reversed the issue to some degree. I have to think that. Because if it cured my constant acne, my sinusitis, yes, it did that. My dyshidrosis, skin disease, look it up. Eczema, dyshidrotic eczema, look it up. On my other channel, Family Friendly Daddy Blog, I've got videos about it too. That's a skin disease, okay? Acne, it's a skin issue. So is it a coincidence that suddenly maybe my hair loss has started slowing down since becoming a vegan? I don't think it's that crazy of a theory. Now, that's my own little secret, my own life thing. Keep in mind, I'm the coolest vegan you ever met. What that means is I am not telling you to become a vegan. I don't want you to become a vegan. I don't want you to have what I have. You know what I want you to do right now? Hey, right now, if you're not old enough to drive, say, hey mom, pull her sleeve. Mom, see this guy on the YouTube video right now? He says that you're supposed to take me to Burger King. He told me that I need to get a double flame broiled cheeseburger right now and some of those chicken fries right now. Please take me there right now. Now, if you can drive right now, go to the drive-thru at Burger King and eat that. Order that and eat that. That's how much I don't want you to become a vegan. I don't want you to have what I have. I'm keeping it for myself. Okay? So I don't want you to become a vegan. What I'm saying is, I think it's true. I think there's a connection between skin issues and hair issues. However the science sorts out, I can tell you, I cut out eggs and dairy on top of already not eating meat. And what's funny is too, check this out. This was the progression of my story. Okay? So, a little over 9 years ago, I cut out pork and shellfish to see if it would help my eczema. And it helped. And then about a year later, or a couple years later, I cut out all meat. And that helped even more. But once I cut out eggs and dairy, that sealed the deal. So I can see the difference between getting rid of animal products and getting rid of my skin condition. I'm not saying that everyone should not eat meat or egg, but I'm saying especially if you have skin issues, there's a very good chance. And I think there's also a very good chance you're type A blood type. People like me, type A blood type, are the most likely to become a vegan. And I think a lot of that is because our bodies are not conditioned to really eat animal products. So therefore we get these diseases and health issues which naturally draw us to being cured of this, because people like us will do anything to be cured of all of this plague of diseases, this biblical, frogs and the water turns to blood and all of this. I'm like, finally, okay, I'll let the people go. I'll do it. But I think most people aren't willing to do that. I think type A blood people like me are crazy. We're just tired of all the diseases. Okay, I'll be a vegan, fine. And now I'm like a month and a half from it being 5 years. So I definitely think there's a connection. This is what I'm going to do. Remember, what should you do? Go to Burger King right now.